Hello students, I am Kinjal Parmar. Welcome back to the video lecture series of Digital Fundamental. Today we will discuss binary codes. So let's start with the definition of binary codes. Here in a day-to-day life or says for a digital circuit, data is represented, stored and transmitted in form of 0, 1, 0, right? Data is stored, represented and transmitted in a 0, 1, 0 formats for a real-time applications. Okay, for real-time applications, data are represented, stored and transmitted from source to destinations in a 0, 1, 0 format for a digital circuit. This pattern, okay, this pattern or this bits are known as binary codes. This bits or this group of bits known as binary codes. This binary code is an assignment of any values, that is our numbers or that is alphabetic letter. Okay, this binary code is an assignment of any alphabetic letter or for any numbers in a binary values or says in a bit patterns with zeros and ones, with zeros and one. If we represent any alphabetic number or if we represent any numbers in a 0, 1, 0 formats, any kind of 0, 1, 0 format, it is known as binary codes. Here we have a different types of codes. So let's discuss classifications of binary code. First we have a weighted code in which we have a BCD code, then we have a 2421 code and we have a 84-2-1 code. These all are the weighted code. Then we have a next non-weighted code. Non-weighted code, so here we have a XS3 code and gray code. Okay, then we have a next self-complementary code. Then we have a this alphanumeric code in which we have a ASCII code and ABCDIC code. Okay, so this all are the codes. Then we have a next codes, that is error detecting codes and error correcting codes. So we have this types of binary codes. So let's discuss all the binary codes one by one. First we have a weighted code. Weighted code is basically a code which obeys weighted positional principle. Okay, this weighted code is a code which obeys this positional weight principle. Okay, positional weight principle in which each and every position has some weight. Okay, each and every position has some weights, each and every numbers. Okay, here generally in a weighted codes we can represent our decimal number. Okay, so each and every here bits consist some positional fixed weight. Okay, some positional fixed weight. Several codes are used over here to represent decimal number 0 to 9. Okay, here basically we have a 0 to 9 decimal number. This decimal number is represented by some kind of positional weight principles. So these codes are known as weighted code. This weighted code are basically used in a data manipulations. Okay, data manipulations for input output operations in a digital circuits and to represent decimal numbers in a different digital circuit like voltmeters and digital meters. Okay, etc. So here we have applications of this weighted code. Now let's discuss weighted code. So first we have a BCD code. BCD code, that means binary coded decimal. Okay, BCD code means binary coded decimal. Here this decimal number 0 to 9, decimal number 0 to 9 is represented in a binary format. 0 to 9 is represented in a binary format starting from 0000 to 1001. Okay, from 0000 to 1001. Here this BCD code contains basically a weight of 8421. Okay, here we have a weight that is 8421. Why this 8421? Because here we represent this decimal number with 4 digits. Okay, here we represent decimal in a 4-bit terms. That's why if we consider a weight like 2 raised to 0, 2 raised to 1, 2 raised to 2 and 2 raised to 3. So 4-bit. Okay, so here we have a 2 raised to 0, that is 1, 2 raised to 1, that is 2, 2 raised to 2, 4, 2 raised to 3, 8. That's why here by considering this weight of 8421, we represent decimal number from 0 to 9 in this binary format. Okay, here we have a weight that is 8421. Okay, so various numbers are represented if we consider this decimal 5. Okay, decimal 5 is represented in a BCD format like 0101. Okay, this decimal 5 is represented in a BCD format like 0101. Why this kind of this binary patterns? Because here we have a weight that is 8421. So we have to consider this weight 8421. Now by using this combinations, how we get 5? So 4 plus 1 is equals to 5, right? 4 plus 1 is equals to 5. So we place 1 at this fourth locations and at a first location. Okay, so we have this weight which results in a 5. Okay, so 4 plus 1 weight is equals to 5. So here at a 8 we have a 0, at a 4 we have a 1, at a 2 we have a 0 and at a 1 we have a 1. So that's why 4 plus 1 is equals to 5. So this is how we can represent any decimal number into this BCD format. Okay, but here we have a decimal number from 0 to 9. But what if we have a decimal number greater than 9? So whenever we have a decimal number greater than 9, so each and every decimal number is represented by 4 bit of BCD. Okay, each and every decimal digit is represented by 4 bit of binary patterns. Okay, for example, here we have this 967. Okay, here we have a decimal number 967. So how we can represent this decimal number into BCD format? So for 9 we have this binary pattern 1001. Okay, for 9 we have 8 plus 1 is equals to 9. So this 8 and 1 is equals to 1 and other bits are 0. So we have a 9 is equals to 1001. Then for 6 we have a 4 plus 2. 4 plus 2 is equals to 6. So at a 4 and at a 2 we have a 0. Remaining position are 0. So for 6 we have a 0 1 1 0. For 6 we have a 0 1 1 0. Then for 7 we have a this 4 plus 2 plus 1. 4 plus 2 6. 6 plus 1 7. So here 0 1 1 1. So this is how we can represent any decimal number in a BCD format. Okay, any decimal number in a BCD format by considering this positional weight which is 8421. Okay, this is BCD. Remember there is some difference between BCD and binary. Okay, there is some difference between BCD and binary, because in binary also we consider this 8421 weight, right? But here whenever we have a BCD and binary, there is some difference. If we consider number from 0 to 9, then binary and BCDs are equal. Okay, if we consider this decimal number 0 to 9, so in that case binary and BCD are equal. But whenever we have a number which is greater than 9, then BCD and binaries are different. Okay, for example, here we take that for a 25 we have a binary that is 11001. Okay, we have a binary that is 11001, and for this 25 BCD is for a 2 we have a BCD code, and for 5 we have a BCD code. So for 2 we have a code that is 0010, and for 5 we have a 0101, right? This 2 and here 4 plus 1 5. Okay, so this is the difference between this binary and BCD. Okay, whenever we have a numbers which are between 0 to 9, so this binary and BCDs are equal, but whenever we have a number greater than 9, then BCD and binaries are different. Okay, so this is binary coded decimal. Okay, so this is our BCD code. Now let's discuss next, which is 2421 code. So here we have a 2421 code. This 2421 code is a weighted code which has this weight 2421. Okay, this has a weight which is 2421. But now here we have a question that which 2 is used. Okay, for example, we have a decimal number 2. So for 2, how we can represent this 2 in a binary format, like considering first 2 or this third 2. Okay, so here there is some rules for 2421 code, that in a 2421 code, for a 0 to 4 decimal number, okay, remember, for 0 to 4 decimal number, first bit must be 0. First bit must be 0. That means we can't use this first 2. Okay, we can't use first 2 whenever we have a number, decimal number between 0 to 4. Okay, for 0 to 4, first bit must be 0, and for remaining 5 to 9 decimal number, first bit must be 1. Okay, first bit must be 1. So for 5 to 9 we have to use this first 2. Okay, so here we have this conditions in a 2421 code. Whenever we have a number from 0 to 4, so we cannot use first bit, so we have to put 0 at a first bit, and for 5 to 9 we have to compulsory use that first bit, so we have to put 1 over here. Okay, so how we can represent this 0 to 9 decimal number into this 2421 code format? So let's discuss. Here we have one example, that in a 2421 code format, if we represent 7, okay, if we represent 7, so how we can represent that? So remember, here we have a weight that is 2421. Now this is number between 5 to 9. Okay, so we have to compulsory use first 2. So here if we consider first 2, so here we have a 2 plus 4 plus 1, so 4 plus 2 6, 6 plus 1 7. So here we have a binary pattern, that is 1 1 0 1, because here we use first 2. So first 2 plus 4, then this 2 is not used, then 1, so 2 plus 4 6, 6 plus 1 7. Okay, so this is how 7 is represented in a 2421 code formats. Okay, so here we have this binary pattern for 7, that is 1 1 0 1. Okay, this is 2421 code. Now next, if we have this decimal number 3, so how we can represent 3? So remember, 3 is between 0 to 4. So for 0 to 4 we have to put first bit 0. So here we can't use this first 2, so we have to use this 2. 2 plus 1 is equals to 3. So here 3 is equals to 0 0 1 1. Okay, 3 is equals to 0 0 1 1. If there is no rule, so it may possible that we have a no unique code format, because we can use either first 2 or either third 2. Okay, right, because here we have this 2 and this 2, so we can make this binary pattern like 1 0 0 1. Okay, so it is also 2 plus 1 is equals to 3, but here we have a rule that for 0 to 4 we have to make first bit is equals to 0, and for 5 to 9 it is compulsory that first bit is equals to 1. Okay, so this is 2421 code. Now how we can represent numbers which are greater than 9? So obviously for each and every decimal digits we have to write 2421 code format. So this is how we can write any decimal numbers in a 2421 2421 code format. Okay, here we have example that 628 is written in a 2421 code format like this. Okay, so this is how we can represent any decimal number in a 2421 code format. Here next we have a 84 minus 2 minus 1 code. Okay, it is possible that we have a weight which is negative. Okay, here in a previously example we have this weight which is positive, this 2421, 8421, right? Each and every weights are positive, but in this 84 minus 2 minus 1 code we have some weights which are negative. So here minus 2 and minus 1 are negative. So it is possible that we have some example in which we have a negative weights. Okay, so let's discuss this 84 minus 2 minus 1 code format. Here in this 84 minus 2 minus 1 code format we have a weight that is 8, 4 minus 2 and minus 1. Okay, here we have a weight which is 8, 4 minus 2 and minus 1. Here we have this decimal number 5. Okay, this decimal number 5 is represented in a 8, 4 minus 2 minus 1 code format. How we can represent? So remember, here we have a negative weight. So this 8 minus 2 we have a 6 and 6 minus 1 we have a 5. Okay, so for 8, 4 minus 2 minus 1 we can write 5 like 1, 0, 1, 1 because we use 8 minus 2 and minus 1, because 8 minus 2 we have a 5, 5 minus 1 we have a 8 minus 2 we have a 6 and 6 minus 1 we have a 5. Okay, so this is how we can represent decimal number 5 in 8, 4 minus 2 minus 1 code format. Okay, here we have a number which is greater than 9. So here this is how we can represent each and every decimal digits. Okay, each and every decimal digits in this formats, each and every decimal digits are represented in a 84 minus 2 minus 1 code format. Okay, so this is our 84 minus 2 minus 1 code format. We can make a table for individual weighted code. Here we have a decimal number 0 to 9 and we have a BCD code format, we have a 2421 code format and we have a 84 minus 2 minus 1 code format. Okay, so this is how this each and every 0 to 9 decimal number is represented in a weighted code format, either in a BCD, either in a 2421 and either in a 84 minus 2 minus 1. Okay, so this is weighted code. Now let's discuss about non-weighted code. So here we have a non-weighted code. Non-weighted code or unweighted code, that means each and every binary pattern has no specific positional weight. Okay, this in this binary bits, each and every bits has no positional weight significance. We have some other kinds of applications or other kinds of rules for this non-weighted code, and there is no significance positional weights for binary codes over here. Okay, these weighted codes are basically used in arithmetic logic unit operations or to perform error detection in a binary bits. Okay, so this unweighted codes or says non-weighted codes are used for error detection purpose. Okay, so let's discuss this unweighted code. So here we have a first, that is XS3 code. Okay, first we have a XS3 code. XS3 code is written like this: XS3 code. Basically this XS3 code is derived from BCD code by just adding 3. Okay, whenever we have this XS3 code, so how we can write XS3 code? So add 3 into BCD, so we have a XS3 code. For example, we have this XS3 code for 0, that is 0011, because 0 plus 3 we have a 3, right? So for 3 we have a 0011. For 6 we have a 6 plus 3, that is 9. So for 9 we have a 1001. Okay, so this 6 for 6 XS3 code is 1001. Okay, for 6 XS3 code is 1001 and so on. Okay, if we have a number which is greater than 9. Okay, if we have a number which is greater than 9, so how we can write? So for each and every decimal digits, calculate first BCD, then add 3. So we have a excess 3 code number. Okay, so here we have a this 0. So for 0 we have a excess 3 code, that is 0011. For 6 we have excess 3 code, that is 1001, and so on. Okay, so this is our excess 3 code format. So this is for 3 and for 6. If we have a number which is greater than 9, so how we can represent? So here we have a decimal number, that is 59. So how we can represent 59? So 5 plus 3 we have a 8, and 8 is represented as 1000. Okay, and 9 plus 3 is equals to 12. So how 12 is represented? Like 1100. So this is how we can write excess 3 code for each and every decimal numbers. Okay, decimal number, and if we add, we write BCD, and in BCD if we add this 3, either 3 or says a binary 0011, so we have a excess 3 code. Okay, so this is our excess 3 code. Now next we have a gray code. So this is gray code is basically unit distance code. Okay, gray code is a unit distance code in which successive numbers are differ by 1 bit. Okay, successive numbers are differ by 1 bit, and it is also known as reflected code. Okay, it is also known as reflected code. So how we can write this gray code? So binary number is written in a gray format like this. Step number 1, or says first write MSB as it is. Okay, in a gray and in a binary, MSBs are as it is, that means most significant bits. Okay, MSB is written as it is, then make a successive XORing. Okay, here we add the number and discard the carries, that means XORing. Okay, so here we perform XORing and write the bits. Okay, first write MSB as it is, then perform XORing between first and second bit, write the answer, then XORing between second and third bit, then write the answer, then third and fourth, and write the answer. Okay, so this is how any binary number is converted into gray format. Here we have one example that how we can write a binary number in a gray format. So here we have one example that here we have a binary numbers. So how we can do that? So these are the binary numbers. So first make MSB as it is. So this first bit is written as it is, then perform XORing between first and second, then write the bit, then perform XORing between second and third, then write the bit, and so on. So here we perform XORing and write the bit. Okay, we perform XORing between successive bits, first bit as it is, then first and second bit XORing, and then write the result, then this second and third XORing, and write the numbers. Okay, so at the end we have a binary pattern which is gray code. Okay, we have this binary pattern which is gray code. Now we can also convert gray to binary. Okay, so how we can do that? So let's discuss for gray to binary. Okay, for gray to binary, obviously MSB is as it is. Okay, first MSB is as it is, then perform XORing between this binary number and the next gray code. Okay, binary number and the next gray code, then write the binary bits, then binary bits and gray code, and write the bits. So we have our actual binary numbers. Here we have an example for this gray to binary conversion. Okay, if we have this kind of gray pattern, and if we want our actual binary pattern, so how we can do that? So first write MSB as it is, then this binary number and the next gray code. So we perform XORing, so we have a next binary bits, then this binary bits and the next gray code. So we have a next binary bits. Okay, so this is how we can convert this binary conversions. Okay, so this is how from gray we can find our actual binary values. Okay, MSB as it is, then this binary bits and the next gray, perform XORing and write the bits, then this bits and this bits, and then write the results. So this is how we can convert gray to binary. Okay, so this is our non-weighted weighted code. Now let's discuss next, that is self complementary code. So next we have a self complementary code. Now what is self complementary code? A code is said to be self complementary. Okay, a code is said to be self complementary if nines complement of any decimal number n, nines complement of any decimal number n can be find out by just interchanging zeros and one. Okay, by just interchanging zeros and ones from of that numbers. Okay, so here in a simple language we can say that nines complement is equals to ones complement. Okay, whenever we have a code technique in which nines complement is equals to ones complement, so this code is known as a self complementary code. Nines complement of any decimal number can be calculated from bit pattern just by replacing zeros and ones, so that code format is known as self complementary code. Okay, this 2421 code, then XS3 code, these are the self complementary code. Okay, 2421 code, XS3 code, these codes are the self complementary code. How these codes are the self complementary code? So here we have this example that decimal number, if we consider one decimal number, that is 395. Okay, we have a decimal number 395, and if we consider nines complement of 395, so nines complement of 395 is 604. Okay, how we can calculate nines complement? By just subtracting each and every digits from the 9, right? So here we have this 395 and the nines complement of 395 is 604. And if we represent 395 in a XS3 code format or in a 2421 code format, so if we consider XS3 code format, so 395, so for 3 we have this code 0110. Okay, because 3 plus 3 we have a 6 and 6 is represented like 0110. Then for 9 plus 3 we have a 12, so 12 is represented like 1100. Okay, and if we consider 5, so 5 plus 3 8, so 8 is represented like 10000. Okay, if we interchange the bits, okay, if we interchange the bits with zeros and ones, so here we have a bit patterns for 604 in a XS3 code format. Okay, that's why this XS3 code is known as self complementary code. Now next we have a alphanumeric code. Alphanumeric code, which is a code in which we can represent our alphabetic letters from A to Z in a small and in a capital. We have a numbers and we have a some specific symbols. Okay, so this alphanumeric code is a code in which numbers, alphabetic letters in a small, in a capitals, and then we have some punctuations have binary patterns. Okay, so this alphanumeric code, that means a code techniques in which we can represent alphabetic letters, numbers and some specific symbols. Okay, here we have two types of this alphanumeric code which is used commonly. First we have ASCII code and next we have a EBCDIC code. Okay, this ASCII code, that means American Standard Code for Information Interchange. This is ASCII. Okay, in ASCII we can represent alphabetic letters in a capital and in a small. Okay, and this numbers and some symbols having 7 bits. Okay, each and every this capital letters or small letters has some specific binary patterns of a 7 bits. Okay, so here we have an example that this capital A is represented like this binary pattern, small a is written like this binary pattern, 1 is represented like this binary pattern. Okay, so here we have this kinds of binary bits for each and every alphabetic letters and for each and every numbers. Then we have a EBCDIC code, that is extended binary coded decimal interchange code. Okay, interchange code. So here in this each and every alphabetic letters, numbers and symbols are represented by 8 bits. Okay, here we have a one additional bit. So in ASCII we can represent total 128 characters. Here in EBCDIC we can represent total 256 character. Okay, so this all are the alphanumeric codes. So this is the all about binary codes. Thank you.